Hi peanut butter cups, welcome back to my channel. Reese here, bringing with you another video. So for today's look, as you can see guys, I've done this glam makeup look guys, and I will recreate the photo that I posted on my Facebook account, and I'll insert a photo of me here with that makeup look. Right, so if you guys want to know how I did this makeup look, please keep on watching. I do have these clips on my hair simply because I don't want the makeup to smear all over my hair. So let's get started with the face base. I'm using this Sun Glow by Fresh Cream Tinted Sunscreen in the shade medium. Put a little bit of it on this mixing palette, and I'll use this buffing brush. I know, and it's kind of like, you know, maybe perfect for concealer, but you do you. It's your call how you like to do your own makeup and how you use your brushes. But for me, I don't know, for some reason I like buffing in my foundation or face base using smaller brush. I know it's kind of weird to look at, it's kind of like flat on my face right now, but we will proceed to the other products later on. And after it sets, I like to put on my concealer. So I'm using this Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand Sable. This coloration, I don't like to use it with a brush simply because I just like to pat it on my skin, and then I like the concealer to sink in on my skin a little bit better. So I'm just using a concealer for that. So I'm just adding a bit more onto this side because as you can see, this one is kind of light. And I'll just put it on my eyelids as well. So this concealer acts as a primer for the eyeshadow to stick on when we do our eyeshadow later. Alright, so as you can see, this situation is kind of like crazy. I know it looks weird. What I'm gonna do next is I'm going to put loose powder on my face to set. Alright, and in setting all of this face makeup, I would like to use my L'Oreal Hydra Perfect loose powder. I like to put a little bit of powder, especially in the T-zone, because that's the areas that I tend to oil up a little bit more, especially on the center of my face. And for this powder, I don't like to mix it immediately because, you know, I mean, this will act as a barrier between the base and the eyeshadow fallout, so it shouldn't be like blended immediately. I like it to sit on top of my face base first. I'm actually using 4 palettes. I know it's a lot and you might get intimidated by how many palettes I'm gonna use for this eyeshadow. So starting out with bold eyeshadow looks, we have 2 layer eyeshadows, and the first eyeshadow that I put on my eyes would be the transition shade. For starter, I'm gonna use this color. This one would be the lightest matte shade on the palette. So this is like Stardust, the shade Stardust on the ColourPop palette. So I just like to take my finger because it will act as an overall shade, and I like to apply it overall. Just to pat down the eyeshadow. Alright, so since this transition shade is warm, it will create the tone for the whole eye look later on when we finish. Also layer another matte eyeshadow. So this will be our medium shade, and using this kind of like flat brush, I use this medium shade which is Twinkle, and I will mix it with Water Bearer. This one, the warm orange like shade. I will mix them together. Okay, so what I like to do with the medium shades, I just like to, you know, pat it using this flat brush. And we don't have to be perfect with this because we're just putting the colors to the right areas at this point. We're still not blending. So, and we've laid down the transition color along with our medium tone shade. So right now we're gonna put our neon colors to pat this dark pink shadow here. I like to pack on the brush with that color and start out with packing the color at the outer edge of the eye. So not so much because we'll still diffuse the color and it might be opaque, so we have to be careful with neon colors. So I just like to slowly pat that, concentrating it on the outer edge at the middle area of my eyes. And again, taking the blending brush, I'm going to blend that out. And later we will intensify this one. Next one, I will use again this flat brush and get the orange color for this one. And I will pat on the neon orange color. So the technique with these colors, bold colors, is that they tend to produce the most fallouts. So what I would suggest is, for these types of bold colors, you just wanna put that or pat instead of like blend onto your eyes so that it would not be so messy. So pretty. It's like we're creating a sunset effect on our eyes. And again, on the same brush with the same technique I'm using on the other eye as well, I'm just patting on the neon color, kind of like merge them together to create that seamless hazy effect. So I will take again the pink color here, dark pink, and I would like to merge the orange, the tail end of the orange and the outer corner. I would like to merge them together. For that deep set effect, I would use this darker eyeshadow or any dark eyeshadow you can find. You can use this on the outer corner just to intensify your outer edge to create that kind of depth. And using the same blending brush, I would just like to concentrate that on the outer part. So I'm just using this brush to intensify the outer edge. I go with a windshield wiper motion, yung back and forth motion ng brush. Really, you know, blend all the shadows together and create that hazy effect we're looking for in a blended eyeshadow. So I will take again the pink shadow from this neon palette. We are now going to do our eyebrows. So before we put on our falsies, our mascara, I would just like to get ready with my eyebrows first. I'm going to take this small angled brush and take the product on this brush. I don't like to use this bristles directly on my eyebrow because I tend to overdo it if I apply it directly with a brush. So I just put it on my angled brush and I create like hair-like strokes using the product. That way it would look a bit more natural. As you can see, it looks natural. And the same thing on the other brow, I would just like to put some of that product. This is the Kiss Eyebrow Stamp. And I just like to put that powder and set everything. And by the way guys, the way I do my brows for shaping is I like to outline it first. Like that. Making a line at the bottom and at the top of my eyebrows. And blending it out. And I like to do the same thing on the other brow. So again, I like to create that line. And I'm gonna shape the upper part as well. I'm gonna shape the upper part. Seeing my eyebrows. And I'm just going over everything. And I'm just going to put my eyelashes and eyeliner and I will be right back. I'm back with my eyelashes on, so I've already put on my false lashes. Alright, since this one is a warm toned makeup look, I like to use a peachy blush. So for my blush, I would use this clay blush by Cali Clay Blush. This one comes in a stick form and I just like to rub the product off of my fingers. So I just like to pat that clay blush on my cheeks. Just add more blush to my cheeks. Alright, so I'm done with my blush. I just need to put powder on top to set it. Powder blush, I like to mix this Everbilena color in Rosewood and this Flower Beauty powder blush in the shade Peach Primrose. So I like to mix these color to set my cream blush. And just mixing these two blushes together just to set everything. For my overall bronzer or overall contour, I like to put this Kat Von D Shade and Light and the shade Shadow Play, the lightest contour shade. I like to position the contour shade on the hollows of my cheeks to create that, you know, snatched look. And for all over the face, since I like to match my cheeks with my face, I would like to bronze up the temples. So I like to use a combination of these NYX lip creams. So I'm going to use London, I'm going to use Cannes, and a little bit of Antwerp. Starting off with the base shade, so I'm going to use Cannes. This perfect kind of like rosy shade. I know it's kind of pink, but we will top it off with kind of like a brown eyeshadow. I mean a brown lip color. To tame out the rosy color of this lip. So we'll mix it with London. Would like to put a little bit of, or maybe, yeah, maybe. Oh, this lip color is kind of perfect for this eyeshadow. So I just put that on the center to kind of like give it a hint of like pink shade that won't overpower this whole look. To top off my lip color, I would use a lip gloss. So I would use this Tinted Lip Screen by Sunglow. A liquid highlighter. So I would use this Mega Glow by Wet n Wild, the Hello Halo liquid highlighter in the shade Gilded Glow. And this one is a liquid highlighter that's perfect for illuminating your skin. And what I like about this highlighter is you can use it gradually. So as you can see, wow, it's so glistening. So you can see, right? So blinding. And I just like to put it on the center of my nose, as well as on the bridge. And I like to put it on the Cupid's bow as well, to give kind of like a character to my lips. And yeah, this is my completed makeup look. I'll just go back to you guys and fix my hair, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, this completes my makeup look. So I hope that you did find something interesting with the way that I applied my eyeshadows, and also I combined all these colors on my face. And I do hope that you learned something from me today as well, guys, on what makeup techniques I use. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. And for those of you who are new to my channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to click the like button as well. And I'll see you on my next video. Goodbye.